China last year has sailed through some troubled waters full of bumpy trade dispute waves and a sea of internal and external challenges. And now China is on the global radar as the country unveiled its new economic performance report for 2019. Latest official data showed gross domestic product, or GDP, grew 6.1% year-on-year to approach 100 trillion yuan, and per capita GDP rose above $10,000 for the first time in history, bringing China's economy to a new rank. Other major economic targets for the year were also well met, with 13.52 million new urban jobs created. This year, China is set to eradicate absolute poverty and achieve its goal of building a moderately prosperous society in all respects. So, what do these economic growth figures mean to China at this point? And what do they mean to the rest of the world? And how should China continue to work to become a modern socialist country? I'm Jenny Banyes, and this is Xinhua Special. China has two centenary goals. The first one was that by the 100th anniversary of the founding of the Communist Party of China, the country should complete the building of a moderately prosperous society in all respects. For years, China has been striving towards achieving this goal, and 2019 witnessed significant developments. Chinese people's income rise comes along with GDP expansion, with more than 10 million people and around 340 counties lifted out of poverty. The ecological environment is also improving, and financial risks are kept in check.
The high GDP may be just a figure for people who don't live in here. But it means a lot for people living here. As we can feel that the living standard has improved in an unimaginable pace, people work very hard, and they are very grateful for the improvement.
And one of those major improvements is transport. By the end of 2019, China's high-speed railway operation mileage reached 35,000 kilometers, accounting for nearly 70% of the world's total. A higher GDP per capita would translate to improved productivity and consumption power. A more stable and open Chinese economy could mean more opportunities for the rest of the world.
Chinese GDP per capita have grown very quickly. This means a larger middle-income group for China. On the demand side, when people's income is higher, they have higher demand for the high-quality consumer goods, healthcare and financial services and products from all over the world.
So I think, the per capita exceeding 10,000 means, there's an important transformation of the society structure, as well as, greater vitality of the nation's economy.
According to analysts, China's GDP per capita passing the $10,000 mark is also a major contribution to global development progress, which almost doubled the world's population, enjoying such economic strength to nearly 3 billion, or more than 40% of the entire population on the planet. Experts say China still boasts the fastest growth rate among world economies, with GDP over $1 trillion and is expected to contribute around 30% of global growth in 2019. To them, this indicates a more influential role for China as a developing country on the global stage to reshape the world economic landscape and lead future growth. More than 70 years ago, when the People's Republic of China was founded, the country was isolated, weak, predominantly rural, and very poor. Today, it's a major engine and stabilizer of global growth, with an influence projected to expand further. So how did China accomplish this? From 1952, when the earliest official national GDP data after the founding of the People's Republic of China was available, to 2019, China's GDP soared 478.3 times in US dollars terms, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. In 1978, the year China started its reform and opening up, the country only ranked 11th worldwide in GDP size. But in 2010, it surpassed Japan to become the second largest economy after the United States. China has proved that a developing country with a huge population is capable of working its way up through structural reforms, opening up policies, and through technological advancements.
一是党的坚强领导和中国特色社会主义制度优势显著。中国特色社会主义制度把社会主义制度和市场经济有机结合起来，能够广泛调动各方面积极性，能够集中力量办大事。
The reform and opening up policy is a great contributor to China's epic progress, as it unleashed people's potentials and the inflow of technology, talent, and ideas followed. The country finally stepped out of isolation and embraced the rest of the world and the opportunities it offers. Although China's economy has achieved great success, it is still a developing country. Rough seas ahead are expected and unavoidable. China still has a long way to go.
这个我们也要清醒地看到，是吧？我国处于并将长期处于社会主义初级阶段的这个基本国情呢，仍然没有改变，啊。中国的人口多，生产力总体还不发达，发展不平衡、不充分的问题依然突出。
China should continue its market-oriented reform to further enhance its financial markets and also to reform its state-owned enterprises for better, efficient capital allocation.
The Chinese government in recent years chose to shift its growth model from an investment and export-driven one to a more healthy and high-quality model that draws fuel from consumption, services, and innovation. A conscious move to prepare for a better future and ensure more sustainable development. 2020 is a crucial year for China as the country is finally on the home stretch to reach its first centenary goal. Following that will be another ambitious target to build, and I quote, a modern socialist country that is prosperous, strong, democratic, culturally advanced, harmonious, and beautiful. The journey ahead may be bumpy, but China will not stop until it arrives at its destination. See you next time.